welcome back here with Overdrive. Now, you may not know this, but the largest best-selling mid-sized business sedan in the world is not a Mercedes, and no, it's not even a BMW. It is the Audi A6, and it's just been through an extensive upgrade. So Sirish finds out what's really new in the Audi A6.
We are just coming out of a recession, but in India, the recession never really hit luxury car manufacturers. If you ask Audi, they'd be rightfully proud to state that their sales grew by 100% last year. That's seriously impressive in isolation, but when you account for the fact that Audi's base was very small to start with, and the other manufacturers, BMW and Mercedes, grew by 150 and 200% respectively, that's not all that spectacular. Also with Audi, the majority of the growth have come from the A4 and the Q7, not the A6. India really hasn't taken to the A6 like the rest of the world has. And that's why we have a new facelifted A6. Facelift? Well, if you blink, you will miss it.
Yes, the A6 gets new LED daytime running lamps, but the rest of the styling tweaks are pretty subtle. It starts with a new front bumper with revamped air ducts to enhance engine cooling, new LED tail lamps, and a reworked rear which sports a new boot lid and sharper rear bumper. The A6 does look fresher and retains the solid striking look that Audi manages so well. But a car this expensive should look more distinct and unique. Inside the car, the changes are just as restrained, starting with a redesigned armrest within the doors, some added chrome among the switches, new instrument graphics, and a revamped MMI multimedia interface that boasts a super bright high-resolution screen. The upgraded A6 gets 2 diesel and 2 petrol engine options for India, but the headline unit is the new 3-litre TFSI V6.
Downsizing, that's the new engine mantra. Reduce engine capacity, reduce fuel consumption, and reduce emissions. In the bargain, if you get improved performance, well, everybody's happy. This engine displaces 3 litres, but because it is supercharged and has direct fuel injection, it makes 290 horsepower. That's 30 horsepower more than the old 3.2-litre engine. It gives it blistering performance. You step on the throttle, and if the transmission is in sport mode, this thing scoots like a rocket. It is the fastest executive saloon you can buy today, and trust me, you need to be really careful with that right foot.
A gentle prod of the throttle produces remarkable results. While the car is limited to 250 km an hour, you can see upwards of 200 on the speedo with incredible ease. But the A6 is not a thirsty charger. A little restraint will see it return 7 km to the litre in the city and over 8 on the highway. Given the blistering performance, those numbers are pretty good.
Surprisingly, this car doesn't get air suspension, whereas the diesel Quattro does. And because of that, because of the steel springs, the ride isn't as supple nor is it as refined as you would expect. Small bumps intrude a bit too much into the cabin, and I don't think that's what you expect in a premium executive saloon.
The Quattro 4-wheel drive system sends power to whichever wheel needs it the most, so there's massive grip on offer at all times. You can punt this car hard around corners in almost any condition, but the oddly weighted steering does discourage enthusiastic G-force baiting.
There's no arguing with the fact that this engine is seriously impressive. But then again, engines weren't the A6's problem. I'll tell you what the A6's problem is. Compared to the 5 Series, this car looks a little understated and it is not as sporty. Compared to the E-Class, it is not as refined or comfortable. You could say the A6 treads the middle line between comfort and sportiness. I say that the A6 does everything well, but nothing spectacularly well. And no matter how impressive this engine is, it doesn't change the A6's equation much.